everybody, Sergeant Soldier here, and we're back with another Break and Rust. And today we're looking at my friend Fernando's Tower of Tool Cupboards. Now, as you can see here, I have what's supposed to be a base that is 7 walls high. And inside of this 7 wall high base, we have 5 tool cupboards. Therein lies the exploit. Normally, you'd only be able to get 3 tool cupboards in here. One on the first floor, one on the third floor, and one on the last floor. So basically what we're going to do here is we're going to show you how we did this, why it's so powerful, why it's so awesome to have, and why it's a little broken. Okay, to start this build off, we're going to be on a square foundation. Now we're going to take our build plan and we're going to place some foundation stairs down and a square foundation after that. We're going to go back, remove our stairs, and replace the stairs with a higher square foundation to give us that half block staggered foundations that we normally see in a lot of other types of builds, especially if you're on a hill or you're trying to build something really janky like a wall on the outside of a quarry. So we're going to keep this second one here. So the stone, we actually need to get rid of that one. We don't need him. I'm going to place foundations along the back side of this just so I have more room to walk around and show you guys stuff. You don't necessarily need it, but I'm just making it easier for me. Now take our build plan, get ourselves a wall. We're going to build a wall on top of the stone foundation. Upgrade that to stone, take a floor, put it on top of the wall, upgrade that, and there you have it. We now have a space that is 3 half blocks high, which is necessary for this build. So by flying up, I'm going to take a tool cupboard, I'm going to place it down like so, leave myself unauthorized, and as you can see on the bottom level, which is the third or first, depending on how you look at it, the first half block, we have no protection, which allows us to put an additional tool cupboard down. So as you can see, we now have 2 tool cupboards down. This allows us to have multiple layers of protection that are overlapping. So for example, if I'm a raider and I access this bottom tool cupboard, I'm able to do things that are involving the bottom half of the block. So I can build half walls, I can put chests down, I can do stuff like that. But because this middle block here, not the first one, the second one, right here, this one here, because that one is in the protection of this tool cupboard, I can't do anything that requires me to build in more than 1 half block. So for example, a stair. A stair exists in both the first half block and the second middle half block. I can't build it. Well, let me place it. A wall exists in both. Well, let me place it. So in order for someone to raid your base and build up to the top, they would essentially have to access this tool cupboard as well before they're able to place anything. From this point, you're probably saying to yourself, okay, Sergeant Soldier, I get it. I understand how to do it. But how do you build it? It's actually fairly simple. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the tool cupboards because I don't actually need them. I'm on a test server. I don't need to have bottom protection to prevent a raid. So I'm going to replace the tool cupboards with small chests. That way I know this level is the tool cupboard level. Like so. There we go. Now we're going to start building the walls. Make sure that you build at the very least walls, if not doorways. Because using the wall frame is actually less stability giving than these walls are. I don't know why Facebook did it that way. It doesn't really make much sense to me. However, if that's the way they want to do it, then that's just the way they want to do it. So we're going to go in and we're just going to fill this tower up with walls pretty much. Now, some of these are going to be doorways so that you guys can actually see what's going on the inside. Like this one here. But it's up to you what you want to do. You can do walls all the way up, you can do doorways all the way up. It's completely fine either way. Now eventually at some point you're going to get to this point, and it's going to give you the opportunity to not only put a wall on top of the wall, but sometimes it'll let you put a wall on the inside of a wall, which right now it's not letting me do. Let's see if I can do it again. There we go. And let me put 2 walls together, which I upgrade this bottom one, this top one I mean. You can see we have one that's twig and one that's stone, right? So this bottom one here is 71% stability, but because this top wall is actually attached to nothing but this floor on the inside, that floor is only attached to this back wall, which means the floor gets 18% stability and the wall gets 12. You want to make sure that you don't build this, and make sure to upgrade everything so that it sits on top of the other walls. So basically we're just going to build up a little bit. For you guys that are trying to do this, obviously you can't fly, but if you stand on top of a furnace, a chest, a stair, most of the time you can get the angle you need in order to do it. Which I'm having a hard time. Come on, I saw you go blue. Come on. There we go. Okay, did I place 2? No, I'm good. Okay, so we're going to upgrade all these to stone, right? Now, of course, you guys are probably going to be building stairs and all sorts of different platforms to get to this point, but obviously we're going to make the video take way too long if I did that, so we're just going to keep building up and flying. Alright, so from here, actually we need to remove these and make doorways so you can see what's going on. So from here, we have our tool cupboard. We need to go up 3 half blocks, right? So we have 1, 2, 2, and then 3 up there. There's our third one. So we're going to go up, and we're going to take your stone. We're going to put a box on top of that. So now we have, go down to the bottom a little bit, 1 down there, 1 right there, 2, and then 3. So 1, 2, 3. There's our next one. There's a stone, put a box on top, and you're just going to keep going all the way up. All the way up. Like so. Now you don't have to do doorways like I said, you can do walls. It's a little bit easier to see with the doorway for you guys watching the video. There we go. So now we're going to keep going up with walls. Oh, another spot where you can double build, which we don't want to do. Come on now. Come on now. This spot's annoying. Come on. Give it. I just need it once. Just need it one time. Come on. I had it. Got it. Okay. So from here, we have 1, 2, and then lastly, 3, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to start putting these tool cupboards in. So there's our top one. Remove that chest. There's the next one. Remove that chest. There's the next one. Remove that chest. There's the, oh, missed it. There's that one. And remove the final chest. And there's that one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally 5 tool cupboards. So you're probably saying, okay, I understand how to build it. Now, is it actually feasible to put inside of a base? Well, I actually have a base over here to show you that. It's not anything special. It's a 3x4 essentially, but I was able to actually make this work. So by going out of the ground level, we have our first airlock here, which is pretty much in a honeycombing layer. You can put as much honeycombing as you want around it. Going into our door here, I actually use double doors because I like double doors. It does work if you do a single wall of the wall frames. However, the rest of these need to be walls at the very least. So we're going to actually go up without flying. We're going to go through our ladder hatch here. What was that? Go through the doorways here, and as you can see both tool cupboards. This one, and you can actually access that one down there. Well, if you could, it was a little closer, you could. Whoop, there it is. See? You can access it. Close that door. Now we're going to keep going up. And opens this way. Up to the third level now. Open this door. There's our second tool cupboard, right? Up there's our third one. So I made it so that it should actually continue on the back side here. And you have to half jump through there, like so. Do a double jump. Double jump. Double. Okay. I didn't put a chest in. That's my bad. Double jump. Do that. Up through here. This is the roof level. And then you go through here. Through this way. I made it really fun. And then you have the remaining 2 tool cupboards that you need to access. This is good for you guys that have friends that you like to play with, but you may not always want to give them full access to your base, at least full building privilege. All you have to do is, let's say that they're a new player, right? And they come in and you go, okay, if you want access to the base, you can only build on the first level. You give them build permission to this tool cupboard, and obviously you don't give them access to the door, otherwise they'll, unpermission everybody. But you basically allow them to build only on this level. They can put a sleeping bag down, that you can build a chest for them, but it actually allows your new members, I don't want to say slaves, I want to say new members, allows your new members to live in the base with you. And then that way they don't have access to everything. So going on up to the top, I made a little weird roof. As you can see here, the alternating walls and whatnot kind of produce something that's kind of cool. The little gap here that you can crawl through. If you're really good at jumping, which I'm not. Hey. Then you get on the roof here, you can shoot people, go bam, I shot you. And then that's pretty much it. So it's nothing special. It's basically just to show you that it is possible to put it inside of a base. I'm sure you guys who are a lot better base builders than I am could do something a lot better. I mean that a lot better than I can. So I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of comments you leave in the video. Just to be like, hey, Sergeant Solch, I did this. The base is amazing, etc., etc., etc. And if you have any pictures or any videos, feel free to link them. But anyway, that's it for this episode of Break and Rust. This took me like an hour to record because I screwed up quite a bit. And it's already going to be a long enough video as it is, so I'm going to end it here. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next Break and Rust video. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you want to see more great content from Private Astro or myself, please hit that subscribe button and click on any of the videos above. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next Sergeant Soldier or Private Astro video. Bye-bye.